Hey everybody. So I just wanted to take a few moments to speak really candidly about an issue that nobody talks about, but is something that is worth talking about, and that is the logistics of dealing with death. I guess I want to share a little bit about my own experience and share with you all that most of you know that I was raised by a single dad my whole life. My dad raised me from when I was almost 4 years old to 18, and he unexpectedly passed away when I was 29, so that was about a year and a half ago. And I had just turned 29, and he was a lifelong addict and lived a very irresponsible life. So, in any case, he passed away, and because he was not married and did not have any other children, I was the person, legally and, also logistically responsible for pretty much everything. And it was a lot of responsibility kind of thrust onto me and put onto me, very unexpectedly at a pretty young age. So I think that, it's very different from, say, when people decide to, or a person decides to have a child or buy a house or take steps towards, their future and have more responsibility. It's very different because it's something that you're not choosing, and it's something that is usually pretty difficult. For me, it was definitely difficult, given that he was fully, how do you want to say it, engulfed in his addiction when he passed away, and living a really, really, difficult lifestyle. And so, in any case, I wanted to teach a workshop on this through the Women's Center for Creative Work, but they actually rejected my proposal. So, but the logistics of death, it's a lot of responsibility, and especially, if the person has any assets, and you are the person who is legally responsible, or the next of kin, or, however you want to call it, you're responsible for their assets, but you're also responsible for their debts, which is a whole nother world. And I'm not a lawyer, so I shouldn't ever give any advice on that. But I do think this is something that, we should all be thinking a little bit about. If you know that you are going to be someone's next of kin, or you have someone close to you who you're really, somewhat responsible for, there are some things that you should just consider, knowing what they want for themselves, and also having a basic understanding of their kind of financial situation and their assets and their debts. And, this is something that we don't want to think about, but it will make things a lot easier for the person who is dealing with our death when it happens. Even myself, if something unexpected happens to me, I have, people who will be responsible for dealing with everything, and I have tried to make it as easy as possible for them. And also, just a quick shout out to Alua Arthur, who is this beautiful woman who is a death doula and spends, her life talking about this, and inspired this video today. So thank you so much for all of you who have listened. And if there's any way that I can support you with a death in your family or a death of someone that you love, please let me know. Most of you know that I'm fairly old school, so you're welcome to reach out to me anytime. Okay, good night.